welcome to the Brewtiful Game. As always, I am Blake here with Ferris.
Hola.
And 2 times in a row.
No, 3 times.
3 times in a row.
3 times.
In the house, Mr. Ron.
It's a 3P.
Mr. Ron, it sounds like a sitcom from the 80s. Mr. Ron, da-da-da-da.
When you want in the neighborhood.
It's like Charles in Charge, but the science version.
You're right. Mr. Ron, can I get a hall pass?
Mr. Ron, can I get an equation?
An equation.
You know what that means. Wow.
Brilliant.
As you can tell by our intro, this is a pod about soccer and beer. Oh, my gosh.
It's one of those days. Ferris is
We've devolved quickly.
completely off the chain today.
And
That's
not
what the
like,
kids say.
Not
He
like
is.
off the chain. No. Right? So, yes. So, you know, we got to talk about, well, it's weird.
What did we talk about today?
I know the Premier League ended. I don't know what we talked about.
So we talk about the FA Cup
That's
final.
right. And
We have Champions
games
League
on Saturday.
final tomorrow.
Yep, Champions League tomorrow.
And promotion into the Premier League.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
championship EFL playoff.
Our last team.
Our fast
We have Arsenal news to talk about.
Yes, we do.
the Arsenal.
Couldn't get away from Arsenal.
Yep. And then we also have a little bit of World Cuppity Cup.
Start a preview of the World Cup. Our
World
first ever
Cup.
World Cup here on the Brewtiful Game.
Yep. I'm excited.
It's going to be
too.
fun.
Da-da. But first things first, it's the beer review preview or beer of the pod. There we go.
Who's a what?
It's how smooth we do these openings that I'm
Tell
impressed
you what.
by. I am impressed by us. We are talented.
I tell
All right.
you what.
So
It's kind of an insult to talented people.
it maybe. So this is kind of cool because today's beer of the pod is our first ever listener beer.
This is pretty cool.
Listener
I can't wait.
beer. Yeah, we had an awesome listener from Jeff up in New York. Did you just try to throw away a bottle top?
Totally missed.
We apologize, Jeff. We were trying to give you a good intro, and Ron nearly broke a window by throwing a bottle cap. But no, awesome dude from New York. Jeff was visiting down in sunny Orlando along with his family, and I got to meet him, his wife Janine, daughter Sabrina, and we hung out for a while. He had written a cool review for us, so that's kind of how we met. Was we'll send you some koozies or what have you, and he was like, I'll actually be in Orlando, and he was cool enough to bring some beers that
Very cool.
we cannot get here
I'm excited.
at all. I actually have I actually have 2 beers of his from 2 different breweries.
Cool.
So if we just do one for today, I don't know how long this pod will go. So because
We do have a lot to
basically,
talk about.
I do have
Oddly
I got 2 3-packs. They were 4-packs, but he pulled one each out and said, "When do you record?" I said around 8 p.m. He said, "Good, I'll crack one with you guys." So hopefully, he's
awesome.
doing the same.
Cheers.
So at any rate, we're going to move on to the first beer. So the first beer, and these are New York beers, because they're from
New York.
they're from the Hudson area. Yeah,
Thank you, Ron.
Kind of,
You're welcome.
what's that? As they told me last night, 60 miles outside of New York City. And the first one is from Rushing Duck Brewing Company.
I already like the name.
Cool name. I'll give you a little news on Rushing Duck Brewing Company. It is a small family-owned and operated brewery located in the historic district of Chester, New York, that began selling beer in August of 2012. Based in Orange County, our beer is distributed throughout the Hudson Valley in New York City by Remarkable Liquids. We produce a wide variety of tasty beers, hoppy, malty, American-styled, Belgian-influenced, barrel-aged sours, you name it. First and foremost, we brew beer that we like to drink. We hope you do too. So, for our beer from Rushing Duck Brewing, this is pretty cool. Let me scroll down to get to their description. This is one that they said they loved this beer, but it's kind of different. And you have to correct me if I'm wrong, Ron, but I think we haven't had this style on either. We certainly haven't had this brewery, but I don't know if we had this style. So here we go.
Interesting.
Their website picture is cool. It's a
Oh,
pint
yeah.
glass sliding across the bar.
We'll wait till you
Spilling
see
everywhere?
the can of the Bauli. I hope I'm saying that right. Bauli Saison,
Ooh.
Belgian style Saison.
That is a
that's
nifty
fun.
looking can.
Mr. Ferris.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you.
Boom! There we go from Rushing Duck Brewery.
That's cool, man.
It's this pink can with it's like flowers on it. It's like almost like one of those like Chinese dragons or whatever you would see.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But Bauli, or Bauli, is it Bauli? It's not Bali's B-A, right? I'm saying it wrong.
B-A-L-I is Bauli.
So, but Bauli Saison, Belgian style Saison. I will read you a quick description on their website. this is one of their seasonals and occasionals. So not only is this something we can't get here distribution-wise, it's also a limited run during the year. 6% alcohol, a new take on an old style. Saisons originated in the south of Belgium and are famous for their distinctive fruity, spicy notes given off from the yeast. They also tend to be lighter, effervescent, and quenching. Bauli Saison is all of that, but adds a unique twist. We've added white peppercorns, coriander, kaffir lime leaves to the beer to enhance the spice flavors naturally produced by the yeast, as well as adding a distinct citrus flavor to make it a lighter beer on the palate, but still providing tons of flavor. This beer is typically available during the spring. I'm going to wait to say I don't think we've had a Saison.
I have to go back and double
think
check.
we have either.
I don't think we've had a Saison. And a Saison is a farm. The traditional Saison, like in Belgium, France, it's basically the end of it's everything that's in the barn. You would like throw in the beer before it goes bad, right? So that's what makes that's why it's a spiced beer as opposed to like a cleaner beer, what have you. Hanging out with them brought me an interesting story about another brew we all know about. But before we go there, I want to try these first. So, Ron, you got a glass to see what this guy looks like? All right.
It's a 6% ABV, and it's got a really good review on Rate Beer. It's got a 3.5 out of 5, and on Untapped, it's a 3.69. So a lot of people like this
beer.
beer.
In there?
All right.
From a walkie-talkie? No.
Oh, right. Richter. I don't know what Richter is. I don't know why I said that. Like, hey, Roger. I don't know CB talk.
Oh God, we need help.
You should be because you're from a potted neck throat. You
Potted
should know
neck bone. Potted neck bone.
Whatever.
Hey, we're not talking about the South today. We're talking about New York. This beer from New York, Rushing Duck Brewery, Bauli Saison.
It's a Yankee beer.
We'll let Ron pour his out.
Ooh, that smells good. Floral.
Super. Boy, that is a ton of different spices.
It's a very clear.
I like that color. Yeah.
Like deep straw color.
I mean, almost cider color.
Looks refreshing.
Smells pungent.
Wow, look at
Good
that.
pour, Ron.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Saison, typically those itty bitty little carbonation bubbles rolling.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It smells.
this should be interesting because I don't think
Smells
it's
good.
going to be like anything else we've had, especially with the peppercorns and coriander added into this thing. All right, well, Jeff, to you and your family, man, thank you
very much.
Thanks, Jeff.
for providing this here Russian Duck beer. So let's give it a try, guys. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Watch. That's tasty.
That's the gift that keeps on giving the
Oh,
whole year
year
through.
long.
The whole year. Holy cow.
Mm,
That is tasty good.
that's
Man,
good.
that's really different. So when I think of a typical Saison, I think of DuPont Saison. That's like it's from Belgium. It's like the typical of the style.
right.
This is got that lightness that one has, but there's a lot more going on. You
Yeah.
can taste the peppercorn and the coriander.
The malt
spices
is
for sure.
really the malt is not as overpowering as some saisons can be.
He and his wife were worried. They were like, "It's very pungent. It could smell like feet. We hope it doesn't freak you guys out." It's delicious.
I don't think it smells like feet.
or something to that effect. That it was very like it had an aroma.
Good choice.
Refreshing.
Good
Now-
choice. Thanks, Jeff.
So again, before I talk about this other brewery, I don't want to get any crisscross information.
Make it
Cross apple.
But Bauli Saison from Rushing Duck Brewery, freaking awesome.
Cool name too.
Thanks
Rushing
again.
Duck.
Well, what was cool about meeting Jeff and his family was beyond just the beer. I got our first ever brewery update.
Coming in from the wire.
Well, so as we were sitting there chatting, as I said, his wife and daughter joined us, and his wife Janine, Jeff said, "So just so you know, you guys have something you hate." She goes, "I love Moo Thunder."
What?
Oh, you
What?
got it. Oh, come on.
So
Are you kidding?
So
From old Butternuts Brewing?
Butternut Brewery is near them.
I'm
Right,
sorry.
because that's a New York beer.
So they said, and I said, now I'm going to be fair to something because they actually serve it at a place nearby that people say they like it too.
True,
and
yeah.
I went back and looked and realized that the bottom said Best Buy like 2014. The ABC store should never have sold me that pack of cans because it was old. So there's a good chance that especially that final can that's sitting in my fridge from that particular 6-pack, it was a skunked old Moo Thunder, maybe. But I said, but pork slap? And they said, no, you don't put ginger in beer like that. That's gross.
Jeff, let me ask you something.
Well, hold on. Wait for it.
Okay.
I'm going to explain to you why your problems with pork slap and Moo Thunder are. She goes, it's in a barn. Like a barn. Like I said, like a barn. Yeah, like cows. And it's like small. It is a farm. I was like, what do they have open air containers to let God's yeast just fall in from the cows and everything in there?
God's yeast.
I was like, is that why the pork slap?
How the hell did we get down here to Florida?
I don't know. But I just couldn't believe they'd actually been there and like toured the place. It was awesome.
So the question is, did they go there because of our reviews?
No,
or?
I think they've been drinking it
Okay.
before. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So, Jeff, let me ask you this.
You have to wait for an answer.
Yeah, you're right. I have to wait. Yeah.
The Coconut Telegraph.
You may like Moo Thunder.
We said his wife. I actually didn't confirm whether he did or not.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff's wife said you like Moo Thunder. Get some chocolate chip.
She's not going to get
cookie
chocolate.
dough.
Do you
Make
know,
yourself a shake with it.
Do you
and
know-
then report back?
You know why she's not going to do that?
Why?
Because I showed them all the pictures.
Oh,
of you.
yeah, thank you very much, yeah.
Your face drinking that foul foam concoction.
Well, now it was a
that-
14-year or it was a 4-year-old shake that I was drinking.
A 4-year-old shake. Oh man! So I just couldn't believe I also got an update on butternut
Our
squash.
first brewery update is on Butternuts Brewing.
I
Amazing.
said butternut squash, butternut brewing.
We're a
But-
shambolic pod.
oh man, makes my day.
That's pretty good. That's awesome.
Hey, man, he brought so much content.
He did. I know. It's like this pod brought to you by. Oh man, this beer is.
It's very tasty.
Really
very, very
good.
tasty. Good call. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I know.
Well done, and thanks.
I brought him a bunch of koozies and magnets and said, "Gosh, I feel so. My trade feels very lame in this."
right?
It's like, so they come down for freak events to Orlando, so we'll have to get them down to the cookie can or something. Next they come.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, on Saturday, me and a friend of the pod, Greg, hit up a couple of the breweries on the Central Florida Ale Trail. I am now 4 away from completing the entire thing.
Nice. Which
some
4 are you lacking?
They're all ways out. A couple are in Sanford. One's in DeLand, maybe. I don't. Pearsman Hollow is one.
I like DeLand.
Central 28.
If you do DeLand, you
Rob
haven't
Hobbs.
you haven't done yet. DeLand?
No.
Yeah, you just let me know when you go. I like that little town.
Okay. But yeah,
It's
almost done with
that Ale Trail's amazing. It's amazing how much craft brew we have around here now that didn't exist before.
And they also had on that map, they had another like 6, 7, 8 that were going to come soon. Some of them have already come. One of our favorites, Ellipsis Brewing, was on there as one soon to be. It's now there.
Is
it's
Elysian
now
on there
live.
yet?
Is
Which
what?
one?
Elysian?
Ellipsis.
Ellipsis.
That's
Yes,
the one,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I think that one's done. I think Tactical Brewing might be done now. I
Oh,
don't
sweet.
know.
Yeah, we got to check
But,
them
yeah.
out. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention from the Rushing Duck Brewing Company, he had said that he really wanted to bring down one since I had just had a kid called Dad's Breath, but they ran out of it. Also, another one was the War Elephant, which he said is his favorite IPA.
Nice.
So
Sounds pretty good.
yeah, no. If you look through their list of beers, they have some really fun different names, and different cool looking beers. All right, gents. So, from a really good beer to some soccer chatting, to some really good beer to a really bad day for Jose Mourinho.
A mediocre soccer match
Mediocre at best.
on both sides of the.
Oh yeah.
On both sides of the pitch,
Decided by a penalty.
which was
I mean,
it was a penalty.
Yeah, Stone
There
Cold,
was
yeah.
there was
Yeah.
no.
it just was. That's not kind of. You didn't think a 22nd minute penalty would decide this match.
Correct.
But it was Stone Cold.
Are you guys done with Jose? You think he's fired after this?
No, God almighty. Jeez Louise.
Did you not see Twitter? Because I did after it. And all
People-
confidence in Jose Mourinho.
Everybody's
It is-
panicking.
People are, honestly.
They were like,
you know,
hire
did-
Wenger. Did you see those signs
Oh,
in?
yeah,
the Wenger
right,
in? Yeah.
God almighty. No, it's one freaking game. We didn't win a trophy this year. Okay, well, David Moyes didn't win one. Louis Van Gaal, Sir Alex always didn't win one.
They
It's
aren't the great
okay.
one.
It's okay.
The great one's
fine.
got to deliver.
Everybody chill. We're not we should not be, but I know we are. We're not a one-game society. Like, the tides can't turn from rough to calm that fast. Like, just everybody chill. United didn't play that bad of a game. He started a good lineup. First half wasn't the best. We couldn't string together 2 passes. We turned the ball over. We got out of positioning. Jones made a stupid tackle. It was a foul penalty. Okay. Second half, we attacked, and Chelsea set up basically a back 9 and played
outbust Jose Mourinho.
He played like a West Brom style defense in the second half against United, and Pogba missed a great chance. He missed 2 chances. I mean, that's soccer. It happens.
You would have expected in such a big game that Pogba would have delivered a little more, but United was off the entire time. And I think really what this, from a Manchester United, the takeaway I took of the game, the takeaway for the game for me,
your hot take,
is that
Skip Bayless.
Alexis Sanchez is still fighting for identity in Manchester United.
Still think Arsenal made out better in that trade.
I think time will tell. I think the summer is going to do great for Sanchez because he's not going to do anything. He's not playing in the World Cup.
He is. He'd be hanging out with him doggies.
Perfect. He's not playing soccer for the first summer in 4 years, I think, or 3 years.
World Cup will be the same without those Chilean thighs.
Fine, great, cool. But he's going to get a chance to rest. And I don't think in this game he was played. Him, Rashford, Lingard kind of had this roaming front 3 thing going on where you can kind of tell in the first half United lacked that big center forward. When Lukaku came on, they looked a little bit more direct, a little bit better. They had somebody that they can kind of target up front, and that's what you want because you want Sanchez and Lingard or Rashford playing off of a big man like that. It brings a dynamic to the game. We couldn't do anything in the first half. We couldn't string together passes because these 3 little speedy people are running around everywhere. And as much as Rashford, people want to see him play up front and in that main number 9 role, he's not. He can be more of a Thierry Henry type. Push him a little bit further out and see him come in off the wing and cut in and bring the ball over, cross. And so, that's what Rashford should be doing. He has the pace to do that. Maybe when he's 29 opposed to 19 years old, he can play up front on his own. But right now, no, he needs just to play off somebody big. And if Sanchez, Rashford, Lukaku started the game, I think the first half in the game could have been different. But Lukaku was coming off an injury, and that's the way it is.
It's a good win for Chelsea, though. I mean, it's good for the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course we'll take
nice pick up from Conte at the end.
Yeah, it definitely ended the Chelsea season on a high note. I would say that I think we're pretty lucky to have won it because our squad just hasn't been clicking, and we have a lot of problems we've got to sew out in this summer and try and figure that out. Plus, there's all the controversy of whether or not Conte's staying or going. And
you think he'll get a chance to stay now after getting the hardware?
My hunch is that he is playing the miserable card, just hoping.
You think
that
it's not going to be fine for him to stay there in North London because Abramovich got kicked out of the UK and can't get back out?
That was interesting. Eh?
Yeah, that's going to be
his visa
fun.
did not get renewed, and that's hysterical.
Which actually might be the best thing for the team,
right?
Because then he can't meddle so much.
Right.
He's going to, have to do it from a couple thousand miles away, and maybe the team will be a little more even because of it.
NBC now goes live to the English channel where Abramovich is sitting on his oiler yacht out in the...
He's in the Thames.
Right, he's in the Thames.
He's bought a satellite that spies down onto the stadium.
I mean, it was for the neutral fan, it was not the most entertaining FA Cup. Wasn't the best in several years. It was kind of a lackluster.
It's not
FA
like the
Cup,
last
and that's
time
just
that
kinda...
Arsenal was in the FA Cup and Alexis had that awesome goal
right
from way out there.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
The coolest thing about the entire match, Chelsea wins and the winning club wins £1.8 million.
Boom. So, that's enough to...
They're going to buy a player for $1.8 million and then just send him out on loan. That's exactly what Chelsea's going to do.
I mean, I can't argue.
Exactly.
I mean,
You really can't.
There's nothing to say.
So there was the best thing of the match actually happened afterwards. At the establishment I was at, there was a scuffle with a Man U and Chelsea fan. I'm not going to say the establishment because I don't think that's right. It's a really fine establishment. These things usually don't happen there. But the soccer match, people have some pints in them. The bar was packed and got a little rough, and they got tossed out. So on. But I was leaving the match, and we have our text thread, and
This is brilliant.
I'm like, I just left the place, and then there was a fight. And Blake goes, from the match? And I said, no, from the royal wedding. Yes, the fucking match.
I didn't.
What do you think there was a fight about?
Like you were downtown Orlando. There could have been like anything going on.
But he specifically
He said, I'm leaving
I
this-
just
yes.
left the pub and there
Watching the
was a
game,
fight.
yes.
It's brilliant.
The royal wedding, yeah. He was mad because of the dress she wore. There was two blokes fighting over it, yeah.
That'd have been awesome.
All those Marijuana Fellaini lookalikes roaming around.
Oh, speaking of the royal wedding, did you guys watch any of the HBOs with Will Ferrell, the Kip or whatever his name, Kip?
They did their
or whatever, yeah.
No.
They did their
that
coverage.
was pretty funny.
Yes, fake characters that
Fake
were like doing
character,
doing the coverage of the royal wedding. It's pretty funny.
Nice.
It's pretty funny. More entertaining than this FA Cup,
Yeah.
to be honest. That's why I asked. Maybe it was a fight of the royal wedding. Maybe halfway through the game, everybody in the station, there's a bar said, "Can you change this?"
Switch over to the
Yeah.
replay of the royal wedding.
Boom. And so another big match, obviously, coming up tomorrow. So we'll obviously talk about this after it's done, but tomorrow, Real Madrid versus Liverpool in the Champions League final.
Oh, I can't wait for this
An
one.
English team in the Champions League final. I mean, I'm definitely rooting for Liverpool. It'd be cool to see an English team win the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm
I
ready for
agree.
Real Madrid. Sorry.
You are
Damn right I am.
That's because he just hates Liverpool so
that
much.
much.
Yeah.
You can't even hope.
I'm also
to
a
see
Ronaldo fan.
a
Ronaldo
Champions-
came from Manchester
a
United.
Champions League hug, victory hug by Klopp.
No.
You don't want that?
No.
You
I
don't
want
want
to see Real Madrid win 3 in a row. It's never been done before. It's cool.
That's why I'm,
you don't want to see Choppers lose glasses?
yeah, dude.
Choppers with glass.
They'll go flying off his face as he hugs people.
No, I'd be fine if it was like a 5-4 game and Real Madrid scored late. I mean, that way you have excitement from both teams. But
Are you under any misconception that it's going to be a defensive struggle?
oddly enough, I think the game is going to be fairly low scoring. I think we could see a 1-0 or a 2-1 game. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think neither of these teams understand what defense means, and both teams' seasons in their home leagues as well as Champions League has been a rush to outscore all their other teams.
You could end up with like a 3-3 that goes to penalty
Every
kicks.
time it goes that way, it's always those weird games like the Bournemouth and Burnleys that go 5-5, and you're like, what the hell? Where did this come from?
Hey, man.
And this is a final game. Nobody wants to lose the game, and I don't think both mentality is just let's
It's funny. He's all
Look it
like,
out.
I got the Ronaldo. Everybody I talk to is like, I just want to see Ronaldo get beat.
I don't.
That's all I've heard people. Hey, so who you rooting for this weekend? I don't really like Liverpool, but I don't want to see Ronaldo win. That's what I've I've heard from most.
It's jealousy.
Other than Liverpool fans. I just want to see Jurgen Klopp win and be interviewed afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
See that gigantic smile, that award-winning smile. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. But both teams really do not have great defenses. Both their attacking cores are absolutely great. I really think that the beginning of this match is going to end up being box to box for probably. I'm going to say probably around the first 15 to 20 minutes before it really settles in.
This could be fun. It's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, I agree.
And as Ferris pointed, it's on Saturday on Big Fox. Not Little Fox. It's Big Boy Fox.
It's Big Boy Fox.
I mean,
2:45 Eastern Standard Time, and from Kiev Olympic Stadium in Kiev, Ukraine.
you think Christian Bale is going to start?
I'm Batman.
Christian Bale?
I don't think Christian Bale is going to start. Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale, thank you.
Once I was a boy, now I'm a bat.
That's a big talking point right now. I think I would like to see him start in Champions League games and finals games and in semifinals games, he's done very well. But does Isco push him out? Vasco, I mean, does some of these other players that have been on form as of late push him out? And I don't know. I'd like to see the Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo front three.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
But I don't know if maybe because of the Salah, Firmino, Sane front three of Liverpool, maybe they kind of go a little bit more defensive and start. I think Isco starts either way, but maybe Kroos. What's the little fella in there as well? God bless it.
Modric?
Modric, thank you.
The little fella.
The little fella. Isco and then Asensio. You may see them just play a little bit more and kind of clog up that midfield a bit. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
I hope that I like you think. I like the Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo. And then I think Kroos and Modric in the midfield is probably their best bet for a start.
I think both of them get the starts. I think it's just whether... I think Benzema and Ronaldo start. It's who's now going in front of them. I think Isco definitely starts. So you're down to two more, right? Who are those two going to be?
Right. And then for the Liverpool side, the Ox is injured, which is a real a huge shame for Liverpool.
Who thought 2 years ago you would say in a final match you hate to see the Ox not in it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like
he left Arsenal and poof. So I think that's going to put Wijnaldum in
I think you're right.
in his place. And so the question is, do you think he'll be able to stand up to it?
Yeah.
What do you look at? Jordan, Henderson, Emre Can, is he still hurt? Or is Can healthy?
No, he's healthy. No, he's still injured.
He's still injured, yeah. So
I think you have like
Jordan,
Henderson, Milner, probably.
Hey, I'll scare anybody.
Come on, man. Liverpool 3-2.
Kroos, Modric, Milner, Henderson. Let me think.
Right.
If they're going to gegenpress, man, 3-2. Liverpool.
And the other matchup, in my opinion, the matchup to really watch is going to be Trent Ronaldo.
Yeah. You can also, on the other side...
who sounds like the star of a Mexican soap opera. Trent Ronaldo.
On the other side, you got Marcelo and Salah.
Yeah.
That should be good as well.
It's going to be a fun game.
Who's your pick, Ferris?
I think you guys know. Real Madrid.
Ron?
I'm going to go... that's tough. I'm going to go with Liverpool because that's who I really want to win.
Liverpool 3-2. 2 from Salah.
Salah. Money. Brilliant.
Harken back to 5 pods ago.
We'll know the answer in less than 24 hours. And then this move us on up to our next kind of important matches going on is we've got the English Championship playoff final.
Dun, dun, dun.
Aston Villa versus Fulham. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah,
because
me too.
I wanted Derby County on this.
I like the old Fulham.
No, you know why?
Well, why?
You're wrong. You're wrong about everything.
You're wrong.
Because they've got the awesome jersey with their little ram and the Just Eat as their sponsor. Their kit is rad, and I want one.
There's an 80s reference.
Just Eat. Derby. Very disappointed that they're not going to be in the Premier League.
So speaking of kits, on Twitter on Saturday, me and Matt from Atlanta were going back and forth. He liked, I think it was a Villa pink kit or somebody's kit. And I'm like, I prefer more of the black and white kit in Fulham. And we kind of going back and forth. And I said, you want to make a bet? He said, yeah, sure. I said, whoever goes up, whenever we meet each other, I guess he's going to be down here in June or July, whichever team goes up, the other one has to buy the first pint. So and
the other one drinks the Moose
Twitter
Thunder?
Shook hands. No, that was not. I think he said that it was going to be Moose Thunder. I'm like, no. It ain't gonna, no.
I keep waiting.
No.
I can say that Moose Thunder, and you're so excited about something. That's fine. I'll do it. I can't wait.
It's
I can't wait.
It's going to be
I've
in like
learned my
5
lesson.
years where that beer is only like 10 years
10
out of
years
date.
old.
Oh,
Gets better with age.
we crack it open. There's no carbonations. Rust pours out with it. Like, ooh.
I think it's just going to like pour out like molasses.
Is that hair? It's cow hair. It's fine. It's fine. but yeah, Aston Villa and Fulham. Aston Villa.
I think good
on them. I mean,
I'd rather see Fulham come up.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
Cottagers. And do they still have the
The
Michael
Florida.
Jackson statue out front?
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
Did they take it down or
I
is
don't
that
know.
still up?
Is it Captain EO or is it Michael Jackson?
I feel like
Captain EO.
I feel like that came down.
I feel like it did too for some. I don't know why. Like, why would you take it down?
I
Just
could
keep it
name
up
a
as-
reason or two, but I won't go
I
into
know.
this podcast.
I'm looking it up right now.
But I forgot about that.
The game will be, unfortunately, it's not on being like it has been the past few years. It'll be on the new ESPN Plus at 12 p.m. So it'll be actually on before the Champions League final, so you get a chance to watch that and then roll right into Champions League.
It was removed in 2013.
So they will, and then we got the Wolverhampton Wolves and Cardiff that have already joined the Premier League. So is Aston Villa going to come back, or it'll be Fulham, who hasn't been in the Premier League in a while?
Fulham, because Aston Villa was the last
there
one yeah.
2 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was moved to the National Football Museum in Manchester. I have no idea
in
why.
Manchester. It's in Jose Mourinho's office.
Yep. Perfect.
Match night.
And I think, Blake, you said it earlier, Fulham reaches the final after defeating Derby County 2-1 on aggregate. And Fulham actually came back in that second leg because Derby was up 1-0.
And now I was about to go buy a Just Eat jersey.
And then,
Who's the pie goalie?
no, that's
that
like
was-
fourth tier. That's,
they were-
Yeah, but what
Sutton
was
United
his name?
or something? Yeah.
Because he should go play for them.
Yes, he should.
Halftime, he's out serving beers and pies.
Yeah. Two best chips on the plane. What was it, Blake?
Here's the chips in the plane, lads. Come on, boys.
Villa reaches the final after defeating Middlesbrough 1-0 in the semis on aggregate.
Middlesbrough. Wah, wah.
Although good for them giving it a try
Yep.
the year after they
Smoggy's
go
coming
down.
right back up. Yep.
So it's only a matter of time.
And I guess this moves us on to our last bit of English football news. Arsenal is named a successor to Arsene Wenger.
Out of right field. Because as far as I'm aware, he was not on. This guy wasn't on many lists.
Well, he was still with the club.
He
at that time.
was way. There were a couple of the bookie lists that he was super way down on because he was available.
His odds went up when he got sacked.
Yeah, he didn't get sacked. He didn't ask to have his contract. He
that's
didn't
right,
renew.
that's
Yeah,
right.
he didn't renew. His contract was up with PSG, which he had just won League One. Don't know why he wanted to leave PSG, but I mean, if you're Arsenal and this guy just won League One in France and he becomes available with his resume, I think this is exactly who you have to sign based on who was available.
right.
And I don't even mean that as if it's a consolation prize. I mean, you'd be stupid not to. I know Arteta was up there, but that still was a risky thing.
Mm-hmm. I think this was. I thought about it a little bit, and I think this was a good hire for Arsenal. I think he can change the mentality a bit. I think he'll get in a few defenders. The downside on him is he is more of a coach than he is a manager. So he's not so concerned with who comes in. At PSG, yes, Neymar came in and some of his names, but he's not the one that really pushed to have him in. That's the club owners.
That's part of the problem when they were talking to other people that weren't interested because Arsenal didn't want to give the new manager power.
This is right.
Who was
The Arsenal board and ownership likes this hire because they know that they can kind of strong arm it if they have to, where Wenger and them would occasionally go back and forth, but Wenger would usually toe the company line and stay a little bit frugal on the front, but would eventually push for them to buy like the Aubameyangs and so on and so forth. But
heck of a thing to walk into. 22 years, another guy's had the job.
right, tough, very tough. Look at the most notable one and the one within the past 4 or 5 years, Sir Alex, even Old Trafford. David Moyes came in and bombed out a year and a half in.
That's the question. How long will fans give this guy a shot?
I think Emery has more of a a better managerial record, not in England, but throughout Europe. I think he'll last a little bit longer, at least 2 years.
Emery was definitely a choice that when you see the next game, their first opening match next year, they should look different. I don't think you'll see same old Arsenal.
No, I think
with
you'll.
him.
I think you'll see what a lot of people want, and think what you said on the last pod. You'll see Aubameyang and Lacazette start. I think that's a good way to start. I think that's what he. I mean, look what he did with Neymar and Cavani at PSG. I think he's going to find a way to get those two in, but I think he's also going to bring in a defender or two that's going to help out and still plays attacking, but is very direct with the players and know what he wants and sets his teams up that way.
His tactics are also a lot different than the normal Arsenal tactics under Wenger. I think you're probably going to see him set up a 4-3-3 pretty regularly. He seems to be at PSG. He was super comfortable with that and very rarely switched out of that 4-3-3, which could be really good for the Gunners. The question is, how does Mesut Ozil fit into that? Because it's not your standard 4-4-2, so you could
As
you could
long
see
as
him
Ozil's still on or completely not every game, I don't know. Do what you need to do for the whole
I think
club.
I think for Mesut Ozil to be influential in a lot of games under his style of tactics, he's going to want to go to like a 4. He's going to want Emery to go to like a 4-2-3-1, probably somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think you'll
We'll
see a
have to-
4-4-3.
yeah, that's what I think.
And then that means that you could see Aubameyang play a little bit further out and Lacazette down the center, or vice versa. And then you could see Ozil off to the right or the left. He's done that before. He did that when he was at Madrid. So you could see that. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I look forward to it. I am not dreading next season.
Well, I mean, his season with
Which is different than
good thing,
saying,
right.
I'm so excited. We've got this. We're Emery's team. Someone said Arsenal was there long enough that children grew up thinking that Arsenal was named after arson. They're like, I wonder if Emery will stay there long enough for kids to think that the Emirates is named after.
well, he had last year in all competitions. He had a really good record.
A couple of Europa titles as well in his career, right?
Yeah,
Not with PSG.
No.
Yeah.
Prior club.
last season, 87 wins, 15 losses, and 12 draws in 114 games. That's a pretty awesome
Yeah.
He is
record.
playing. Yeah, I mean, he is playing in Ligue 1, not the strongest of leagues,
Ligue 1.
especially when you have PSG, who's overspent the league by 4 times or whatever. But no, I mean, he's
True, but it is in all competitions.
right. I mean, he played. I mean, he was very well. I mean, he was at Sevilla as a manager. Did very well at Sevilla. He was at Spartak Moscow, Valencia, Almeria, Laco de Peronia. So he's been Deportiva. Sorry. And you're right. He's won the Europa League 2013, 14, 15, 16. So he's
Europa League's something we're eyeing, so that's good.
It's true. That's where you're going to be playing.
That could be our fight back into the Champions League next year, because it's going to be very hard to get in the top 4.
Are you guys in any Europe next year?
Yeah,
Is Burnley and
Europa League.
where's Chelsea? And it's just Chelsea and Burnley.
Chelsea and Arsenal
and Burnley.
and Burnley.
There's 3 teams.
Yes, right. Because what happened with something happened with Burnley because of clubs above.
Yeah, it's how it all ended up falling together mathematically.
Right, but it's 3 teams. It's Arsenal, Chelsea, and Burnley in Europe, and then, yeah, that's how it worked out. We talked about that a couple of pods ago.
Yeah.
But when Burnley got official, because Arsenal came in 6th.
Right. And right. A lot of confusion.
Europe coming to Burnley.
And it'll also be interesting to see what he does in the summer transfer window.
He might not do much because they didn't want a guy who they want to make the decisions for who's coming and going. That was a big part that apparently Arteta was really on the docket, if rumors are true. And then he started to walk away when he saw how little control he'd have for who's coming in, who's coming out.
I think that's the whole point of having a manager. You got to let him build a squad. Chelsea's kind of running into that same problem where the front office thinks they know better. And you've hired this guy. You should let him pick his squad.
Well, they've got, I forget the name of the guy who's their manager, their technical manager, whatever you want to call it, at Arsenal, who's been doing all the signings. He's only coming in within a couple of years. But it looks like they want him to control things, so that was a big part of it. If Emery just wants to sit back and coach, I mean, I'm sure he'll have influence, but definitely the decisions would be coming from the board. We'll see how that works.
Be interesting time there at the Emirates.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Is it?
I hope people rent planes for Arson Inn.
Brilliant.
Arson
Is
in,
that
Emery
Sven?
out. Arsenal in, Emery out. What?
Is that Sven? Is that his name? Sven Mislin?
Oh, the guy for
The head
Arsenal.
of recruitment,
Yes,
right?
yeah. I forgot his name. I don't know how to say his
I
name.
know.
Yes. And that kind of wraps us up with English football and moves us on to World Cup 2018
Dun, dun, dun.
in Mother Russia. In Soviet Russia, soccer ball kick you.
The Red Brigade.
That's for all the kids. Get that reference. Boom. Our first ever World Cup conversation. Well,
Here on the Beautiful Game.
we've had conversations about the World Cup, but our first World Cup we get to sit back and cover. I'm super excited. So we've
Very
kind of,
cool.
the way we've broken this up is we are breaking this, our preview, our World Cup preview over the next 3 episodes.
Yes, we'll do Group A and B tonight. C, D, E on the next pod. F, G, H
Correct.
on the third pod. And
Sounds
then
good.
that should be the final week leading into the World Cup if we've done our math correct, which means we'll probably do the preview as soon as after the first week starts, and then we'll be all backwards. And
Sounds good.
yep. And
So,
as we go, we'll pick who comes out of the group, and then we'll kind of go over to each pod, and then we'll fill out our bracket and tell you who we think's gonna win the whole thing on the pod right before the World Cup starts.
I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. So jumping into the deep end, Group A. Dun, dun, dun.
Sploosh.
Well, first, let me kind of say how we're going to do this here. Teams. We have on ours the flag. You can't see it; it's an audible podcast, but just for
For
our
us.
own records, right?
Good job.
The best beer from those countries, not in those countries that you can get from those countries, pulled off of ratebeer.com. I want to make sure I give them a shout. And then how they qualified, a couple players of note, and their lineup of group games.
We got to see if we can find some of these beers.
I mean, these are straight from,
be
like I
hard.
said, it's not things that you can find in these countries. And some of them, like we'll get into here in a second, some of the Muslim countries,
Because they're dry countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
but they have a like not non-alcoholic type thing that is the
Like a malt beverage. Or
Correct.
Next one would be
Yeah,
malt,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you put this together, so I'm looking at you to lead it.
No, Ron was off to a hell of a start over there.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, Group A is obviously the one we start with. That has Egypt, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay in that group. It's going to be an interesting group.
I do like the categories here.
I'll take best beers from countries for $100, Alex.
Well, if you're talking about Egypt, that would be Premium Peroni Pale Lager, which I'm confused. I thought Peroni was Italian, but you're saying this is
That's
one
what they
from-
call it. Yep, yep.
Okay, and then Almarissa. I'm obviously probably going to butcher.
We're gonna butcher a
this.
lot
I
of
think
these.
that's
I'm
a
not gonna lie to you.
Masria.
You know what? Why don't I pick this iPad and hold it close to my face? Masria Al-Mia Company from the Al-Amia Company.
That is the
In
brewing
Cairo.
company. Yep,
All right.
they're out of Cairo.
So wait,
So it's beer, the style, the brewing company, and then where in the country is the
I
brewery
got you. So
located.
it's Premium Peroni, which is a pale lager from the Al Marisal Alamia Company. Ooh, I probably said that all wrong. I was really trying hard though. That's cool.
based out of Cairo.
And how did they qualify? I don't know. We didn't really talk about who's reading what, but I'm just going-
We're figuring it out. It's their first ever coverage of the World Cup. They qualified. They were Group E winners in African qualifying with a game to spare, actually. And
and
a lot of you will know this name, as we just kind of talked about the game a few minutes ago. Their main player of note, and who got them there, I think led the team with like 70% of their goals. Mohamed Salah is a big player of note there.
And then of course, you got Mohamed Al-Neni and Ahmed Fati and Amro Tariq.
I added him because he plays for what?
Orlando.
Orlando. He's on the preliminary squad, I believe. No, I don't think he's on the.
Just saw that on Twitter. Amro, Tariq.
On a lot of the teams that from what we have so far are
Tariq
prelim squads.
Tariq or
Tarek?
Tarek? Oh, Amro Tariq.
They'll cut a lot of these squads down to
the
26 range, 23 maybe. Yeah. Mohamed Salah should be, if he continues his form that he's had all year, it could be a very exciting World Cup for Egypt.
So do we want to go through each country before we say who we think the two teams to come out? All right.
So I'll take Russia here. Russia.
I'll take host countries for 400.
Right. Russia, the host nation. It's going to be, they're going to have an interesting year. But the best beer from that is AF Brew Zimnaya. I can't even pronounce. How the hell do you say that?
Melancholy. No?
Okay. But it means winter melancholy,
which is
that
awesome.
could not be more Russian of a name. We need that beer. Winter melancholy.
We got to try and find that. It's a Baltic porter from AF Brewing in St. Petersburg.
That's cool.
So we got to be on the lookout for that beer. That looks like a lot of fun.
Zimnya Melancholia. Winter melancholy.
That's a good way. Yes.
That is such a cool sounding name.
AF.
Man, guys, it's cold there.
Yeah, all the time. They how they qualified? Well, how do we say this? They didn't because they're terrible. So they're the host country. So
they're the host country.
That's what happens to the host country.
Yeah, and how'd they get to become the host? They greased the palms of Sepp Blatter. Now, moving on. There.
I mean,
that they did there, Blake.
That's on the list of offenses. Yes,
that's on the FBI list of offenses.
Watch out! I've said it loud in the pod. Putin's going to be spying on our podcast.
He's going to turn us off. Dude. Yeah,
the sound of silence in 10 seconds means we were hacked. So they really don't have that many players you should be looking forward to.
It's really don't.
Their biggest one is the only one that people will probably know, and that's their goalie.
Yeah. Their defenders.
Igor Akinfeev. I'm terrible at Russian names. Yes.
Igor?
He plays for a CSKA Moscow.
Another player to be watching out for, only because he's relatively new to their international team, is Alexei Marinchuk, if that's how you pronounce it.
Most American way to say that.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, we're all doing that, believe.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, this is a defender, Fyodor Samolov. And again, he's pretty much new to the international call up, so we'll see. But man, they're probably the weakest international Russian side in a very long time. So I don't expect them to get very far at all.
No, and in the past, they have 10 appearances at the World Cup, but have not progressed from the group stage since the breakup of the old Soviet Union.
Throw down that wall.
Throw down that wall, Mr.
Gorbachev was
I trailed off there at the end.
Flawless impersonation.
But I do think they are given a little bit of hope, is because they play the next team we're going to talk about first in the group before they play Egypt, and then end with probably the hardest team in the group in Uruguay. They play Saudi Arabia to kick off the tournament on June 14th. So I think if they can get a result from that and possibly a win from that, they give themselves a chance at getting out of the group.
I think they're going to get
it's a very good chance, but they give themselves a chance.
I think they're going to place third or fourth in the table.
You're probably not wrong.
We shall see.
Well, but speaking of, that rolls us around to the next, next country, Saudi Arabia. And they're the best beer from the country. This is one of those, it's not an actual beer, but the Mousy Pomegranate Fruit Beer, which
sounds good, though.
I kind of just want one by the pool. From Aero Beverage Factory in Jeddah. They were the Group B runners-up in Asian qualifying is how they qualified. And their notable players, Mohammed I had it.
Salawi?
I was
you
practicing
had
it before in my head before I got it. Yeah, Mohammed Al-Salawi, Yaha Al-Shari, and Tasir Al-Yahim.
Mohammed Al-Sharawi is averaging a goal a game for Saudi Arabia since making his debut in 2015. So he is obviously their big time player. I believe plays for a local club.
I do believe I saw a thing from redheaded soccer pundit. Why am I forgetting his name?
Alexi Lalas?
Thank you, Alexi Lalas. Saying I'm not answering questions on this flight because I'm going to try to memorize how to pronounce all the Saudi Arabian team players' names on this particular flight over. Because is that the opening match?
I thought Fox Now wasn't sending anybody over there.
Is that no? In like he was doing some
gotcha,
domestic flying. Because usually he does is I'm in the air, I'll answer questions, things.
Yeah.
They are the opening match, right? Because they play Russia on 6/14. So yeah, that's why he's busy doing that. Because he's got to commentate Russia and Saudi Arabia. So yes, that's that. You got to practice on them names.
And then they play Uruguay, and then they play Egypt. A fun fact: no goalkeeper has conceded more goals at World Cups than Mohamed El Daya. I guess is our goalie. He shipped 25 goals over 4 World Cups from 1994 to 2006.
Ooh.
I don't think he's currently the goalie, but that's not a good stat for the Saudis there.
That's especially since they have such a porous defense.
Who's got our last country here?
I'll do
in
it.
The group, guy.
So Uruguay is the last in the group.
Can I say one of my favorite flags though?
Do it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. One of my favorite flags.
World Cup
I thought you had some name.
No, it's the flag. They got the cool little sun.
You know, like the Union Jack is the Union Jack. So I thought that you had a name for that flag.
No, it's the sunny flag. I don't know what it's called, but it's got a little sun on it.
I think my favorite. Okay,
happy
all right.
flag.
So all right, here's what we'll do. And now you said that out of the group, we'll list our 2 teams to advance, and then our favorite flag out of the group.
Hold on, we got to finish Uruguay yet.
Right? No, I understand.
Jeez, can we act semi-professional? Jeez.
I don't. That's not
asking a lot.
happening in this pod.
That's gonna.
So the beer from the best beer from Uruguay, Davok American IPA it's obviously an Indian Pale Ale, from Cerveceria del Sur in Montevideo. They finished second in CONMEBOL, which is the South American standings. So that's how they qualified, and their notable players are 3 pretty good players. Luis Choppers Suarez.
Chomp chomp.
Because he...
I don't know what that sound was that Ferris did, but it was freaky.
That was like the cartoon chomping noises.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Because he was busy biting players when he played for Man City?
No,
Liverpool.
Come on.
Oh, relax. Edison Cavani and Diego Godin. Thank you.
Atletico Madrid's big center back. Who
They've
is
got a
fantastic
good
player. They got
a good squad.
They definitely do. Their ability to capitalize on the mistakes of their opponent is key to the strength of Uruguay. They have a really strong defense with a lightning quick counterattack, and for a national team to have that is mostly because Godin and Jimenez, right?
Yes,
Jimenez?
yes, he plays for
Atletico.
Madrid. Yeah.
So these guys, I think they're going top of the group. They play Egypt on the 15th, Saudi Arabia on the 20th, and then Russia on the 25th.
Sorry, so that's Ron's pick for the groups then. So you got Uruguay as your first pick. Who's your other pick for leaving the group?
I'm gonna go with Egypt.
Yes, ditto what Ron said.
Uruguay and
Egypt. That's my pick too. What do you got, Ferris?
I think Saudi Arabia is just going to give up too many goals, and Russia's going to be standing there still looking for which end of the pitch is theirs.
Ferris is contemplating.
Yeah, well, Russia has the easiest first game. Egypt and Uruguay. You expect I don't know. I'll go Uruguay. And
You want to say Russia, that the hometown support leads them
I
through?
almost do, but I think the Mohamed Salah factor is a little too much for Egypt, and the firepower from Uruguay is too much that I think that somehow those teams will see themselves through.
I guess the only way Egypt is really going to get held back is if. So obviously the world knows who Mohamed Salah is. So if they're really putting a solid defense against him, someone else is going to have to stand up and help make those runs and pull defenders off of Salah so that he can get into space and score. If no one steps up, I could see Egypt having a really hard time. So,
Ron? You said that you think that Uruguay would top the.
Yeah, Uruguay is going to
right?
top the group.
I actually, I'll go opposite of that, and I'll go that Egypt tops the group. I think that they could do it, and I think that they're kind of rolling into the tournament on good vibes. I mean, they've
had a good
with
run.
the game to spare, and Salah factor at the current time is at an all-time high. So I'll pick them to come out.
If they win the Champions League tomorrow, it's Salah. I'll change my vote to Egypt up top.
Yeah,
if Salah's riding that high.
Also, the vote for my favorite flag in this group.
Egypt.
Yeah,
I just like Uruguay.
cool, man. What, Ron?
I like Saudi Arabia's because they have a saber in their flag.
Hey, yeah.
All right, on to Group B, which in this group we've got Iran, Morocco, Portugal, and Spain.
This is going to be a fun group.
I was about to say, yeah, this is going to be a fun, interesting group.
Not quite a group of death, but it's a good group. Should be a fun group. I'll kick us off with Iran. So from Iran, the best beer, Flag Special Bière de Mar, or de Mars, pale lager from Société des Brasseurs de Maroc. It's a Heineken. Casablanca.
We're sorry for everyone's whose
yes.
names we're butchering.
I mean, I'm just trying to say a beer, and I'm ruining. Although it looks kind of French the way beer de Mars, pale lagers. I don't know. I'm saying it all wrong, I'm sure. Have they qualified by being Group A winners in Asia qualifying? And their players of note: Sardar Azmoun, Alireza. Oh boy, I'm going to mess these all up. Young Bashk.
Oh boy.
And Saeed Azdali. Halali. We should have assigned these first before we hit record and really worked on these names.
Who'd you say we were on? I'm sorry.
We're on Iran.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
And their first games against Morocco on the 15th and Spain and then Portugal on the 20th and 25th, respectively.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the Iran there, and I don't think they really stand a chance of getting out of this group. But
I think this is all
see.
about pride. If they have more wins than losses for Iran, it's a great World Cup. If they are at the bottom of the table, I think it's going to, because no one.
But if they have like some good draws again, like if they manage to draw against like a Portugal or a Spain, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I think it's for them. It's all about fighting for their pride right now.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, there's no way they're going to be topping Portugal or Spain coming out of this group.
we have a correction.
We do.
Ferris, you have Morocco and Iran's beer the same, and that's why it's written in French, because that should have been Morocco's beer.
Yes.
Does Iran actually have one?
Iran does have a beer. Stand by.
Because I was like,
hold
now,
for sure.
why would
No,
it be
you're
in
right.
French and it's Iran?
Yeah, remember I did the update real late, and I think I just accidentally
You did a little copy paste.
deleted. No, I paused.
Yeah, so ignore that beer selection. That should
Iran
go.
does. I'm sorry. It's Istak Mango. It is a fruit beer because of
again, they're a
their
dry
culture,
country, right?
correct. And it's from
Still sounds good though.
Arpanash Khorshid Zarwar. I'm terribly sorry.
So really, I think, like I said, I think Iran's going to be bottom of the table. The only thing that could help them is they have a pretty good defense. So we'll see how that can take on the likes of Spain and.
This is an interesting group though that they're part of, because everybody is a group winner from their previous,
Right.
whether it be Europe, Asia, or Africa.
Yep.
You know, this is it should be a fun group to watch.
You're up, Ferris.
My turn. Cool. Morocco. I like them. They have the beer that Blake named. I'm going to do my
Go ahead.
Flag
What was it?
Special Bière de Mars. It's a pale lager. Sociedad des Brasil.
Société des Brassiers
Yep.
de Maroc.
In Casablanca. They also have one of my favorite
Or
beers that I can
Spanish.
get at Epcot when we go there, and Casa Beer.
Oh, yeah.
Casablanca beer, yeah. Which you can get there, but according to Rate Beer from the country, it's not one of the more higher rated ones. Some of their players that you will probably recognize across the leagues in Europe. Yunus Belhandi, very speedy, very quick, good player. I think he plays in France, if I'm not mistaken, Montpellier, maybe. Methi Benashia, he plays for Juventus, big center back, good with the ball at his feet, very quick as well. And Karim El Hamandi. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Amadi. Yeah.
Hamadi. So I think they stand a chance. Then they World Cup qualifying in Africa is not easy, and I believe they won on the final day of their qualifying. So they could pose a little bit of a threat to Portugal and Spain. They play Iran first, which again helps them if they get points out of that. And
There are no
they-
pushovers.
No, they're not.
Right.
So
They're definitely going to be a challenge.
Does that move us to Portugal?
Portugal. They have their best beer. I'm mean sardine Vorgum.
I hope it's
that's
me.
one of them mean sardines.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably Mian or something.
Right.
But Mean Sardine sounds awesome. Mean Sardine Brewing Company.
It's a
It
black
smells-
IPA from.
It smells fishy and it tastes salty.
Oh,
Mean Sardine Brew.
mean.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's Mian or Mian Sardini. I don't know. We'll pretend it
I'm
is.
sorry. For everyone who is Portuguese, I'm sorry. They
Mean Sardine. I'll never not think of that now. Oh, I'm sorry. I need
I'm
a
glad I could
t-shirt.
help. I mean, that's what it says. Mean sardine. They're Group B winners in European qualifying. They have a couple of pretty popular players to note. Bernardo Silva. And I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Ricardo Quaresma.
Ricardo Quaresma.
Quaresma. There you go. And then they have this other guy, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is probably not going to amount to much in the soccer world.
Oh yeah, him.
That guy, Mr. Shirt Off.
That's what he does.
If you had that body, your shirt would be off every damn minute. You could too.
I'm in no way arguing.
Yeah. They have a pretty decent squad. Cedric Suarez played for Southampton. You could see. I think it was Southampton in the Premier League. You could see him make that final man squad. Actually, he is on the final man squad. Jose Font, you could see there as well. Ricardo Pereira, Adrian Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Joao Matinho plays for Monaco, and Joao Mario, who was a standout for West Ham in the latter half of the year. So they do have a decent squad.
They have a really good squad. The only thing is their defense. The heart of their defense is pretty aged. Let's see, Pepe is 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Alves is 36.
Alves.
Yeah, and Font is 34. So I think when they make it out of this group, because they're going to make it out of this group without question, once they get into the more high-powered offenses, I think you'll start to see the stress of the tournament start cracking that defense.
Come out strong, but have a start to slow down.
I think it's going to be hard for them to start out strong because they have the next team we're getting into. They have Spain first, and then Morocco, and they end on Iran. So I think that's probably the toughest group of games there that they have in the entire group in terms of the order that they play. So they come out and get smacked in Spain. Who knows how they go into the Morocco game? If Morocco gets a point from them, then you're only looking to pull a win off of Iran, and that may not be enough at that point. So you're right. How they're going to start is going to be key in this group to see if they advance. If you remember, Portugal 2 years ago won the
the Euros, right? Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So can they carry that form and not necessarily blistering pace attacking form, more of a defensive, get the goals when you can on a counter type of team? If they can kind of roll this over, the World Cup's a different beast. Who knows?
And you mentioned them already, but this rolls us out to the last team of the group, or last country of the group, Spain. And this beer, their best top rated beer in the country, I want to try. Napar Beer Potemkin Imperial Stout from Napar Beer. I want to try that. They're Group G winners in the European qualifying. And again, they got some good players. Andre Iniesta, Isco.
He's not bad.
No, he's not bad. Isco and Sergio Ramos.
On Iniesta this past year, and we didn't cover it because it just happened this past week, ended his career with Barcelona.
Yeah, did you see the pictures?
Legend. We see him. Was it the one that was in the stadium alone, sitting in the center? That's cool.
He had one last time. Oh man, yeah, it was really cool.
But just he's been nothing but class, and you'd like to see him go out in the World Cup on a high note. And going from their final man squad, they are stacked. Let me read you their final man squad: David De Gea, Pepe Reina, Kepa. I think he's like the third string goalie. Dani Carvajal, Real Madrid, Alvaro Orizola, Gerard Piqué, Sergio Ramos, Nacho, Cesar Azpilicueta, Jordan Alba, Nacho Monreal, Sergio Bas.
That's two nachos on that team, by the way.
A lot of nachos.
I need Spain to win so we can launch the Ian Nacho Sack Shack.
Saul, Koke, Thiago Alcantara, Andres Iniesta, David Silva, Isco, Marco Asensio, Lucas Vasquez, Diego Aspas, Ricardo, and Diego Costa. Now, their final squad, a lot of big names, but also who they left off of the squad, also very big names. Ron, 4 Chelsea players left off of this final. Can you name them?
Left off?
Yes.
Pedro.
Yes.
David Luiz.
He's Brazilian.
He is? I thought he was Spanish.
Yeah.
Then no, I can't remember the rest.
Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah, he's that makes total sense.
Morata.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Oh God, who was their fourth? Azpilicueta made it.
Azpilicueta is
yeah, he should have.
Is Caballero? Right?
Yeah.
Caballero? Yeah. No, he's the Argentinian.
Keeper.
He's Argentinian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who the fourth was, but some big Chelsea names left off.
I think the key to this, I think Spain is going to make the push to challenge Germany at the end, but their midfield, Spain's midfield, I can't find a better midfield in any of the teams in the World Cup.
I mean, that for me is why for this group,
Germany,
I would pick Spain first out of the group. But I find it harder for second place because I do think there's a chance Morocco could play hard against Portugal. But I would say it's probably going to be, for me, it would be Spain than Portugal.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
But I think Morocco could be
they could be
spoiler.
a contender.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. It was the fourth was Marcus Alonso. Did not make it for Spain. I was trying to think, who's it? The nice hair gent. And all of that. If you think about it, they left probably the 4 best looking guys off the team: Cesc Fabregas, Alvaro Morata, Marcus Alejandro, and Pedro. That's a boy band. That's a Spanish boy band that is not making it to the World Cup.
How many of them was it?
4.
Oh, man.
And then Hector Bellerin. If you had him from Arsenal down the street, that's a real boy band.
It's a Cuatro Caballeros.
Cuatro Caballeros.
Like, boy band. I'm sure I used that totally wrong because I don't know Spanish at all. But
it's flipped, isn't it?
Yeah, Caballeros Cuatros. Yeah.
I don't know.
The newest group playing in the 2018. So, speaking of...
I can't wait to see the dance routines.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of which, did you see who did the World Cup song this year?
Oh, gosh, no. Who did it? You can't play it because we don't...
No. I'm not playing. I'm bringing up the alert, but think... Na 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 na. Getting jiggy with it. No.
Will
Will Smith.
Featuring Pitbull. He's on everything.
No, I wish. Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. No, it was
Will Smith?
Will Smith.
Is
yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff joining him?
Will Smith, Nicky Jam, Diplo collab on "Live It Up" is the official World Cup song that dropped this.
So if any of you buy the FIFA World Cup game that comes out, that'll be all.
That'll be on it.
I haven't owned one of those in a while.
Those World Cup games always have the greatest music.
They do.
Speaking of that, FIFA is actually getting ready to drop their World Cup pack or their package, the game.
And did you put it in
FIFA
part
game?
of
I don't know if it's part of like career mode, if it's part of Ultimate Team, but they're getting ready to drop that here soon. So they'll have.
Well, I feel like
World
with
Cup
how much
and stuff,
the games or how much storage is on the games now, and you could easily just download the World Cup as a season. Like if you paid your normal money, then they could charge like $20 for a season. You just get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the stadiums and stuff. I feel like
I might have to get it.
Oh yeah. Do you remember we played the crap?
What do you mean? You get the game?
The UEFA, not UEFA, but the World Cup game that
I don't know. Do they have that?
Well, they always did every year. They did. There was a World Cup. They would put out a FIFA game, a soccer game World Cup.
It's the first one Blake and I ever owned, and we played
Africa
the
one
out of that.
Oh man, we played the crap out of it.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was Africa, South Africa, because it had all that really awesome music, and we used to.
That was 2 World Cups ago.
In between games, we used to just let it play while we did things around the house, so we could listen to the music.
Right. So that was 2 World Cups ago, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the
don't know,
Shakira year song.
Her hips don't lie.
Hips, you're darn right. Who is wife of PK?
Wait, but you gotta say who your pick is before you're too far.
Oh well, I'm sorry, I missed your guys' picks.
I said Spain, Portugal, but I feel like Morocco could make a fight for it. And Ron said Spain, Portugal as well.
And in that order?
Yes,
correct.
I will go Spain, Morocco, and a shocking omission from Cristiano Ronaldo. Does not continue his Euros, and they go out early, and that's the talk of the entire first round.
Wow. All right.
You're welcome.
Is Germany World Cup 06 or is that Africa? It was 06.
Africa was 06.
Okay,
yeah.
that was definitely
no lies. You're right. Germany was 06.
I think we had both games. I think we had the Germany one and the I think we bought both.
I don't remember owning the.
Only because I remember winning with Scotland in Germany. Well, that's ridiculous. That's
ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's always why I like that version.
Yeah, that was 2010.
Was Germany?
No, was South Africa.
Yeah, I think we had both the 06 and the 2010 World Cup. But they were like the first soccer we played. We played the crap out of those games.
Yeah. Those were so much fun.
What's your favorite flag out of this group here, gents?
Oh, it's Spain.
Classy.
Yeah, it's classy.
Yeah, the old
Arsenal
world.
colors.
Yeah.
The old world and the history of Spain. Yeah, that's it.
I like the Morocco flag. I think that's cool.
Now, I think this little chart you made is cool, Ferris. So I need you to send me this so I can put this with our blog post with the episodes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's cool listing the beer. We'll just make the correction for the Iran beer.
I'm doing that now.
But we'll put these on the website so that as we post the blog post with the podcast episode, it'll actually give this breakdown with the best beer from the country. It's kind of cool. I like that. I think that's cool.
It'd be interesting if we can try to get some of them. But
and you said this was based on the top rated beers on Rate Beer.
On www.ratebeer.com, the top rated beer from the country, not what is necessarily the most popular in the country. It's what's actually from the homeland there. I think it was Spain had a lot that they preferred that were not from Belgium and Germany, which why not? You're right in that.
You're right.
That's probably your better beers as is. But it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to see that where everything, kind of how the countries lie in these groups, and then kind of various beers that they also have. You kind of covered have a couple IPAs, an Imperial Stout, a Baltic Porter. And
Winter Melancholy.
Melancholy.
That's still going to be hard. Right now, Russia wins the World Cup of beer.
The World Cup.
Yeah, there you
go. Whoever's got the coolest sounding beer. That's
so I say
do we do a
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
we're thinking
we
we can't say it, but we're thinking it. That's great for an audible podcast.
Yeah, you do a beer bracket.
You think what I'm thinking?
A beer bracket, yes.
So
Beer
whoever
World Cup.
wins,
Okay.
and then we have the best beer.
Yes.
Because that's the beer and
Yes.
team.
Okay, so let's go back up to Group A. I'm trying to take note of all this here. Let's go back up to Group A. And Ron Keller, what is your top 2 beers out of Group A?
That would be Uruguay's American IPA.
Okay, so the Davak American IPA.
It's cool that it's an American IPA style that they dig over there.
And then I have to go with the Baltic Porter because it's winter melancholy.
Yeah.
Which one's the first seed? Which one's the second seed?
Oh, sorry. Second seed would be the IPA.
Okay. That's good choices.
I love that.
This is awesome.
That's going to be hard to top.
Yeah, I have a feeling all of ours is going to be that.
We probably just do
The
a
melancholy
pod pick.
wins that group in an outstanding.
A landslide
Yeah.
victory.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Title alone.
Melancholy Winter. That's so awesome.
And it's even cool, and if you can say it right, I'm sure it sounds cool.
Now, the problem is
Russian.
there'll be some that I'll have to get Google Translate because I don't know if I like that or not because I don't know what it all means. Because the Russian one, we actually had it translated to winter melon, so we
get your
knew.
phone up.
You know,
See what it says.
well, I'm not going to do that now, but we'll figure these out. So we can.
So
But for right now, there's no way Winter Melancholy. I don't care what the rest are named. Winter Melancholy wins that one. That's done.
okay, what was your second one out of that group?
No,
I'm sorry, Blake. Because
I want to be different. I want that mousy pomegranate fruit beer. I know it's not a non-alcoholic, but that just sounds tasty. Sitting by the pool.
Can that officially beer and be in the beer?
Hey man, it's on the list.
I agree. No, you're 100% right.
Sounds different. And you know what? It's from Jeddah, which is where they got the name for the Star Wars planet Jeddah in Rogue
Okay,
One.
that you knew that was going to be tossed in here somewhere. We haven't gotten to Tunisia yet. Lord only knows the facts this man's going to bring out about that.
Oh, don't you worry. Tatooine's got that covered.
You have to look on the content and make sure you wear your shirt when we get to that.
Oh yeah, I'll have my Tatooine FC. Don't worry about that.
All right, so you said
We get in rival fights with Mos Eisley FC. Bunch of hooligans.
bunch of hooligans. You said the mousy pomegranate, didn't you?
All those dudes over at the Mos Eisley FC, all you ever hear them chanting is do 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 do. It's the only chant they know. Do 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 goal. Do do do. That's the only chant they know.
Stupid.
brilliant.
Stupid.
I want to make that sketch now, like a robot chicken
Yeah.
sketch.
It'd be brilliant.
Oh, okay. So I'm definitely going to go with the Unai Emery.
What?
No clue if I said that. I didn't
The
say
Winter
that right.
Melancholy?
The Winter Melancholy.
I think it's
I think it's
Zimya
Something like that.
Melancholia.
that's
Yeah.
You're right. That sounds fantastic.
Zimya Melancholia. Yeah, for the limited Russian I know.
Sounds like the girl that was the bad guy in GoldenEye.
Oh, that's our bad guy Bond name. What's her name mean? Winter Melancholy.
What's it meant to go there? That'll be first, and then I'm gonna go with premium Peroni, baby, from Egypt, the pale lager out of Cairo.
Until they make the Bauli Saison.
brilliant.
You tried hard on that one.
It's no Ferris Christmas title or Christmas music
Headline.
carol song headline. But I try.
Yeah, I do like that. So we'll do the top two from each group as well, and then
For Group B, for me, it's going to be the Imperial Stout from Spain. And the Black IPA from Portugal.
You
'Cause
totally
it's so
stole-
different. Yeah, I mean, it's
You
I
totally
want
stole my pick.
it's the meat sardine from Portugal. I can't not get that.
That's their mascot.
I'm gonna tell you what. Watch this. This is gonna come down
It's
to
a
mean
sardine with
sardine
teeth.
and the winter melancholy. That's gonna be the battle.
Mean sardine.
just a reminder on the Iran one. It was the Istak mango fruit beer. Ron.
Imperial Stout.
And the Black IPA.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
Yep.
That just sounds awesome.
Mean sardines.
Ferris is gonna go the Moroccan one second.
Yeah, I am. I think I'm going to go the Imperial Stout first, and then, the Moroccan one. Because I do like the Casa beer. It's not on the list, but I do like that beer, and I think it's made by the same company, but at a Casablanca as well. And you both had just so I'm correct, the Imperial Stout and then the Mean Sardine.
Mean Sardine, baby. The Mean Sardine. Now,
why not?
That wraps us up for our Premier League, our World Cup preview. Before we close out, though, I have a fun thing for us to do.
Oh, yeah. I remember you just telling us about this. Yeah.
Jason Horn, our Liverpool buddy, gave us a gift. A FIFA World Cup Russia 2018 Panini sticker book.
Yay.
Where you collect all, guys familiar with these? And we collect all the stickers.
I love a good Panini.
So I've got a few. He opened a packet. And back at my office, I've got Olivier Giroud staring at me.
Nice.
And he gave it to me. I was like, wow, you put the lumbersexual right on my desk right after he got in the blue. That's so hard. It's breaking my heart.
Awesome.
So Ron, here we go. We'll have to remember from time to time to buy some packs of these.
All right.
Where do you buy the packs at?
Walgreens, CVS has them.
Oh,
you can also
really?
get them online. There you go, Ron. Open it up. See what 5 we get.
Oh, yeah.
You get like clubs, you get but you get like countries, players. You get in the book itself, because I haven't put these stickers down. I've got like Sergio Romero.
Oh, good United keeper.
Shush. Andre Carrillo. There's somebody in this book, though, I flipped to and went, what's this dude staring at me for? Oh, I know. I opened him the back. Oh, Alex Iwobi staring me in the face. Yeah. So what do we got, Ron? What'd you get in the pack of stickers?
So from Croatia, Christian Gamboa.
Sweet.
From Nigeria, the one, the only, Victor Moses.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, very nice.
From Denmark, we have Jans Larsen.
Jans. He's a cool guy.
Jans, yes, yeah.
From Colombia, James Rodriguez.
Oh, James.
And then we have the entire England squad.
With the entire England squad? What
Oh,
does that mean?
sweet. All right, we'll have to put these into the sticker book, and we'll start putting them all together. So keep an eye if you go like CVS, or I believe if you want to check it out, see what Walgreens, whatever. Some of them have them.
Packed up?
Well, I only had one pack.
Oh, gotcha.
Because the rest are these that Jason gave me a bunch that he had doubles of, but he had a pack he hadn't opened, so he gave that.
Oh, I see. So you can okay.
Yeah, and the magazine itself comes with them, and this is like a big tradition back in Europe and UK. Like he's been using
the sticker books,
kids, like the sticker books, and everybody's trading, and they're trying to fill it out before the World Cup ends. It's kind of cool. So the book itself has about 8 or so stickers, I believe, in it. You put them down. I was like, that's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he said him and his wife have done it for the last few World Cups. They love it. Like,
oh, fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to go in search of packets.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty fun.
And real quick before we actually just sign off and put ourselves out of your misery for this pod, the FIFA 18 World Cup game comes out on May 29th. It'll feature a World Cup mode because it's actually a downloadable content update
for the FIFA 18.
For FIFA 18.
Okay. Right. See, that makes more sense instead of buying another $60 game. That's fine.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, if you already own the FIFA 18, you don't have to pay for the download. Woo. So it's free downloadable content.
I don't own FIFA 18 yet. I'm about to. I'm going to go and get that.
So you can get that starting May 29th.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
So 4 days. Less than 4 days because it's the evening of the 25th right now. So
that's true. I think that wraps us up. Jeff from New York, again, thank you for this awesome beer.
Man. Very good.
We didn't get to the second one, so we're going to have another beer from a different brewery the next time we all three get together. Ron, we got to wait till you get back.
Yeah, I'm gone for the next 2 weeks.
Right. So we'll wait for a couple weeks till we get to that beer. So we got some other ones.
I have a beer in the fridge. I have a 4-pack in the fridge for us for next
Cool.
week.
I got a 6-pack. I got to do say every now and then I just buy an extra of something I see cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. But so Jeff, we'll get to that. But thank you again. This one was Rushing Duck, the Bauli Saison. Friggin' awesome.
Great choice.
Man, it was good. It's delicious. I can't wait to try the next one. It's got a cool name. You're going to like it, right?
I hope more listeners start sending us beer.
Well, wow, that would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Somebody who's like, make fun of my butternuts is going to send us like a case of
oh man,
friggin'
pork slap.
Wing. Apparently, there is like an imperial or like a special version of the Moo Thunder. We need to get that.
What?
Yeah.
There's a what?
Exactly. You heard me there. So Ron heads out of town next week. We'll get back in the studio though, and probably just chat with him. Are you overseas or are you West Coast?
I'm Singapore.
Okay, so we'll do the thing we do where we call you early in the morning.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us on Twitter at Brewtiful Game. Go to the website, thebrutifulgame.com, where you can listen to episodes, as well as find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all those good things. If you leave a review for us on Stitcher or Apple Podcasts or iTunes, take a screenshot of it, zap it to us, and let us know, and we'll get you a koozie. We still got some koozies left that we can get out. What else is there? Oh, follow us on Untapped. I think that's it. Instagrams. Wait.
Sorry, I was just distracted because I looked up Butternuts Brewing and they have 2 new beers.
See?
Whoa, do tell.
A Weiss beer called Henny Weiss.
Ooh.
And Snapperhead IPA.
Okay, I feel him coming. It's another
Snapperhead IPA.
They actually have.
I'm a little intrigued.
So I'm not saying that we did this, but they actually have a website. Do you remember?
When it was down at the time. It was right.
No, it wasn't
didn't
down.
exist.
It didn't exist.
On the can, they said go to butternutbrewing or whatever.com, and you would go there, and it did not exist.
They have an actual, honest to goodness, 20th century. Oh my God, they have Anthrax War Dance Pale Ale. What the is going on? Guys, we're going to have to go to upstate New York and try all these now.
Wait, is that serious?
Yes, I'm serious, Clark. Look at this. They actually have a website. Butternuts. Butternuts
It's actually a
beer
sharp-looking website there.
and ale.com.
But she said it's in a barn, so I can't wait to try it.
But of course it is.
So we got to try some of these. Okay. All right. We'll get.
No, we've tried enough.
We're not take that pork slap off the screen. We're not gonna try that again.
I didn't do that on purpose.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna try these.
Oh, they're opening the May 25th. They opened today.
Wait, they opened the new.
Yes, their new tasting room opened today for tours and tasting. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
If you say at a farmhouse ale, imagine what you get there.
We put Butternuts on the map. I'm just saying. In Garrettsville, New York, you realize we're going to have to go up there. We're going to have to take a road trip and go to Butternuts damn brewery.
And they opened today.
They opened their tasting room today.
Is there breweries around that area besides just that one?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up the address on Google Earth.
That is freaking awesome.
And see if it's just a barn.
Well, I think that officially wraps us up. Now we had another beer update at the very end. I love it. And they opened a tasting room today.
Right from the wire.
Back from the wire. Pork slap. Wing. That's what it was. Yeah. I think I listed everything you can find us on. Follow us all those places. Just go to the website, brewtifulgame.com. It's the easiest place to find everything you need for your Brewtiful Game needs, including t-shirts. We've got hair tonic, marmalade. Actually, all we have is t-shirts. But I want to do a 1920s.
We have beer koozies, but you can't get them on the website.
No, you got to leave reviews. Let us know. We'll get you.
Yes,
we'll get beer
Thank you
koozies
for all those that have.
in the mail to you. I think that wraps us up, gents. So boom, there we go.
It does.
Our first official chatting about a World Cup. That's about to actually happen.
We kind of made it up as we went along. But
just like everything we do.
yeah, and you can tell a lot of these teams, just like a lot of people in the world and probably a lot of people in the States, we don't know a lot of the players on
But we're going to learn about
Saudi Arabia.
Holy it's a barn.
What?
She's right.
Ron can't stop.
It's like watching a really bad reality TV show. It's fucking terrible, but look at this. It's a damn barn in the middle of nowhere. Oh my God, this is incredible.
I love that we were pretty good on bleeps until
then
Ron
the
got
end
on butternut.
again, yeah.
Oh my God. Please, people, go to Butternuts Brewing and take selfies and post them to us. I cannot wait to see what this place looks like. I have to go to Pennsylvania for a gig in July. I might have to take a road trip.
That's amazing. Bring a
I don't
magnet.
even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what to say either. All I know is bring a bunch back.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
It's happening. And you tell them that we didn't like it. We think it was a skunked Moo Thunder, and that they got to prove you wrong.
Yeah. Look at this place. Look. Butternuts Beer and Ale. And there it is in the middle of nothing.
It's like a fine establishment.
Well, there you go. I can't wait. It looks like that looks very PA. I know it's New York, but Looks very old farm town.
I'm going. Butternuts, I'm coming.
And now we've got an adventure planned. Dun, 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 dun. Well, folks, you've been listening to The Brewtiful Game. Follow us on all those social medias and listen to us on All In Sports Talk. That's right, at All In Sports Talk on Twitter, where you can listen to us 24 hours a day, along with other great soccer programs. Not us 24 hours a day, but 24 hours of soccer programs, of which we are one. Yes, ha. You like that, guys? I'm thinking of doing the whole pod that way next time.
I do like that, actually. I'd be okay with that.
I'll give us a new 1920s intro. It'll be just fun.
I'm sorry, you guys still talking?
Yeah.
How about we list? How about we say the name? How about we end the pod on the name of a good brewery and a beer that we had today?
Oh, I love it. I'll do that from Rushing Duck Brewery.
Courtesy of Jeff.
Bauli Saison. Thank you again, Jeff. Cheers to you and the fam, man. Love the beer. Cherish the game of The Brewtiful Game.